Hello guys, Reuben here in this beautiful nature that we are trying to protect. So let's continue the next episode of Tree of Life Earth, in which I had promised I'll tell you guys about kelp farming. The only solution that is, it's not the only solution, but one of the best solution that has been recommended by a lot of experts around the world. So what is this kelp farming and why is it so important? So kelp is actually a seaweed, kind of an algae that does not has roots or branches. Everything is just like a leaf. Everything does photosynthesis and creates oxygen. And the most important part is kelp grows around 3 inches per day. It's an underwater plant, so it doesn't need any nutrition, anything, no nourishment, no taking care of. Just it has to be under the sea. And but the tricky part is we are already losing forest right now. So whatever we have to do it very fast. Earlier scientists used to say that we have to cover a portion like 9% of the oceans into kelp forest. But now, since a lot of forests are burning out, I think we need at least 15% of the ocean to be covered. The size like twice of Australia. Yeah, so how do we do it? Like, it is being done in India in places like Rameshwaram. It's kind of, Rameshwaram is a start, like they are doing seaweed. Seaweed is a small plant that grows underwater and it has good revenue also. Like 1 kilo can give you up to 50 rupees per kg. So that is being processed to make potassium, iodine, and all this biofuel, even cattle feed and sushi dishes. Many people look at it as a future food product of the world, because since the rain patterns are getting affected, it's going to severely affect the food supply chain, the farmers. It's already affecting the farmers everywhere. So if you want to support the farmers, you can join us on our project bookfromfarmer.com. That's also kind of an NGO, but a bit profit making also. So, but its main intention is to help the farmers in the time of global warming to give the maximum profit for their produce. So, if you want to support farmers, you can join us on that project also. But I'm afraid farmers in India are going to have a lot of problems. The solution is technologies like aquaponics or hydroponics and greenhouse to prevent excessive rainfall from falling into the fields and destroying the crops. But still, it's going to be very tough for them, for the farmers. So about this kelp farming, people are going to shift towards food products that are grown on ocean in the near future, like kelp. Even Google is asking its employees to eat kelp, and it's a huge promoter of kelp. So if we really want to save earth, I think the technology of kelp farming is very good. But instead of, this is a seaweed that has been hanged on top of oceans by buoys, floating on the top of the water, and it grows down. It grows up to 1 kilometer and all height. So it's very effective in producing a lot of oxygen. Its growth rate is one of the fastest. No land crop can compete with that, and even land crops, there is a problem of land acquisition, there is a problem of fire. Tree plantations can face fire. Even kelp is drying out in certain places, but we can't give up, we have to try. So there are different varieties of kelp. Some seaweed researchers are doing it, and they have a lot of types of kelp or seaweed. The main motive is to create oxygen and to generate revenue out of it. So Instead of doing our normal jobs and facing the future, we can do this kelp farming, and even on side we can do, and we can earn a lot of income from that also. It's not a huge investment. In Rameshwaram they are doing in the form of raft. They just need a raft, square shaped raft made out of 4 bamboo pieces and a net and some seaweed saplings. But if we want to generate oxygen, we can attach it to a rope and grow it downwards to produce more and more oxygen. And my concept was that we should not hang it from top, we should like put it in the bottom of the deep oceans, attach it to a rock, and just so that it drowns into deep ocean 1 kilometer or so, and then it can flourish in the oceans just like that, and we can harvest after it grows big. Like normally you need only 45 days to harvest it, but in this case like we can keep it there for 1 or 2 months and it will grow like huge size, and then we can cut 10 percentage 20 percentage from the top and extract income out of it, sell it to companies that use it to generate different kind of products. So this is a project I'm very actively looking forward to start. So anybody who is interested, kindly contact me as soon as possible. Okay, so that's all about kelp. Viva Green Revolution. Let's save nature.